Hey, what's up? I'm back, y'all. It's part 3. Got into a little bit of dealing with the just dealing with the samples and flipping them. Now, just got into the flipping part because we were looking at samples and how I was using loops. In the Dr. Octorex had a conga loop, had the Pat Benatar loop, and then I moved into the orchestration or the orchestration stabs. Orchestral stabs is what I call it. And we're just going to play that particular, I'm just going to play a pattern for you right now. Now see, this is what I want to explain right now. I want to explain to you so you really understand this a little bit more. Is because of the way I'm doing this. There's no, this is almost random, and the reason why I say it's almost random is because I didn't set. It's not really. What can I say? It's not having a sample in front of you and knowing exactly where the chops are that you want to hit. You know, when you're talking about sample flipping, you can flip a soul sample, and it's like maybe you got 4 beats in it. And you know, okay, beat 2 has this piece in it that I like. I'm going to start it out. So I'm going to start my flip with beat 2. I'm going to hit beat 2, and that's what I'm going to start with. Then I'll go to beat 4, come back to 1, then hit 3, and then do the whole thing over again. Then I'll mix it up a little bit for the next verse, if you will. That's flipping. Flipping works a little bit like this. All you're doing is rearranging what's there in front of you. This one is different because think of using different orchestral stabs. It's kind of like you got your keyboard, and the keyboard has all these different notes on it. You know, C, D, E, F, G, go all the way up. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. You know, it goes up and does it again. But the notes change as you go to octaves. They go higher, blah, blah, blah. Well, in this case, I have samples that are from like a sound CD, you know, sound effects. Think of it as sound effects CD. So it's not really a soul sample that's, you know, nice piece of a song that you know is going to have these parts. These are just random parts out of different orchestrations, you know. It could have been an orchestra warming up, could have been an orchestra just playing one note, you know, something like that. This is what I'm talking about. So it's almost random because the parts that I'm using, they don't really fall in line with a particular... And the way I'm using them doesn't fall in line. And that's why I say it's almost random. So as you listen to this pattern, this is not like my normal flips that you've listened to, you know, most recent flips where I've gone through and done sample flipping on other tracks, you know, that you see in my videos. This one is really just me sitting down and just kind of like trying to get some filler for what I'm doing with the beat. So let me explain it to you by showing you. So you have that pattern. You've already heard that. You listened to that. Now I'm going to go back. I'm just going to give you that basic pattern that I had at the top. Let's play them both together. Okay. It should be obvious that you can hear what I'm talking about. Should be obvious. Not trying to flip a sample, so to speak. I'm really just trying to fill in for my beat. You're like, but wait a minute. If you're trying to fill in for your beat, why do you have to do all of that? You don't. You don't. Never take what I say as this is the only way that you have to do something. Okay? I'm just saying this is the way that I did it in order to come up with the filler that I wanted. Now, I could have made a video easily just showing you that I was doing it, but never explaining it to you. I'm trying to explain to you why I'm doing it this way, why I'm picking this way in order to fill. Because it's just like I just did. I just took that beat, I just stripped it down to the basic beat that I have on there, which is that top level. Nothing but the clap, the hi-hat, and the kick. And then I'm sitting here with just playing around with those sounds and seeing what comes out. And you notice where I use the stabs. Bum, bum. You can hear where I'm using those stabs in the beat. See that? So you can hear where I'm using those stabs different parts. Let's go ahead and open this up a little bit. Now, the thing is that that's just me using, and I have different types or different patterns here. So notice that that's the one that was running there. But here's another pattern that's running with no beat. Still got the same type of thing where I just got random sounds, really. And I'm just playing with them. So you notice what I'm talking about? I'm just playing with it, just trying to come up with different patterns. And some of them work and some of them don't. The thing is once I finish with creating that pattern, I keep it and I just go on to the next thing. And then what I'll do is I'll lock it in with a beat to see whether or not it's going to work. And I continue my development, my song development from there. So just like with that little piece right there, I use that as an intro. So when the song first comes on, here's what you get. You see, you hear what I'm saying? It's just a hi-hat. And now I bring in a little snare to kind of get, what is he going to do next? What's going to happen? What? Huh? Oh, hold up. Got that little piano there. Got the bass line running. Oh, another pattern. Get y'all right here. Take a breath. Hit you. Oh. Now you got all the parts working together. And notice what I'm doing here. Remember the sample? The Pat Benatar? I got this other piece in there. Listen, there's so much going on in this right here. And now I exploded on you. Exploding you out. Bringing more to it. The other parts are still there. The sample flips, the sample loop, the beat. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because I brought some other pieces in to you, and this is what I'm calling wrapping the sample. Wrapping the samples. You know, you got the samples, you got the beat, that's fine. But what I hit you with it should automatically let you know what it is that I'm talking about when you're creating. And again, I am not the one to tell you how to create music for you. You have to discover how to create what's in you. I'm just doing it. This is self-discovery for me. This is not me sitting down and saying, oh, I'm listening to the latest beat that's out there. I don't even listen to the radio. I don't listen to mainstream radio. I don't, you know, I just don't. Songs that I hear usually come from you guys right here at YouTube. You know, somebody might say, hey, did you hear this? I go listen. I really don't listen to the radio. Anyway, so it's not me listening to somebody, you know, in the industry or anything like that and then trying to figure out how they did it. It's just self-discovery. Like, what else can I do with that? Start with this. What else can I do with that? Start with that. What else can I do with that? Now, keep in mind, I do have many influences. Like I was saying in previous videos, you know, people I named, Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, Rakim, he goes down the line, Pete Rock, Jay Dilla, yeah, Eminem. You know, I listen to Dr. Dre. I mean, that's just in the industry as far as hip hop, and you're listening to hip hop. But I got so many as far as, you know, contemporary jazz, Pat Metheny. Oh my goodness, you just want to go through like a listing. Just other people, Hans Zimmer. You know, when I think about orchestral music, you know, the orchestration of the soundtracks. There are so many people that I listen to. So many names that I could call out for you, but there's so many influences. Country music, you know, Waylon Jennings. You see what I'm saying? It's like Merle Haggard. You're like, what? Who? You know, like, who? You know, Leanne Rimes. Yeah, you know, it's like, is what I listen for. Some things that I have. Anyway, the influences come from many and from all around. And I think the more years that you spend, the more years that you're granted and you're given the grace, the more influences you will have, especially musical, if you expand yourself that way. But what you should have noticed is how everything expanded from here, taking you from little to nothing, something so random as like, what is that? See, that beginning part leaves you like, what are you doing? It's like it's a question mark. It's a question mark. Like what is that? It's like, oh. You get a little bit of hi-hat, you know, you get a little bit of snare to straighten you up a little bit. Then all of a sudden I hit you with this. I give you a little pickup with a piano, ding ding, bow, and I hit you, and then I keep building. Then I build you up in that part right there. Got your bass line now. Got a bass line underneath. The pattern has changed a little bit, got a little bit more crazy. But the piano is like, what is he gonna do with that piano? Along with the bass. And then I get you right here and make you breathe. And then I hit you with, notice, I got strings under there. I got some low-lying strings that you gotta pick up. You gotta pick those strings up. So let's go ahead down here. We're talking about wrapping the sample. We're gonna get into a lot more. I'm gonna move you out of this piece right here and into wrapping the sample with the strings. I'm gonna bring you the piano. We're gonna talk about those parts because those elements are what I'm going to use to develop the rest of the song. So it moves it away from being a sampled hip-hop beat or sample flip hip-hop beat into being what I call Moody instrumental music, because then I'm going to take you on a journey with all of these pieces, and now you're going to find out how I'm going to use the piano and the strings to do just that. Okay? Stick around, okay? Keep hanging with me. Keep hanging with me to the end. Grace and peace. Leave me feedback. Feedback, y'all. Let me know. You like it? You don't like it? What you don't like? Hey, like, whatever. Leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Come back. Talk to you soon.